So I wanted to come on this morning because I was really feeling strongly that I needed to come on and kind of, even for myself, talk through a lot of what I'm going to be doing in the next few weeks. I'm going to be teaching a class on the Divine Feminine. It's a little windy. I hope it's not interfering with the audio too much. So I walked down to a pond. It's called Paper Goods Pond near where I live. And I thought I'd just kind of record what my thoughts are and what I'm feeling these classes are going to be about, because the Divine Feminine, there's so much there that we can talk about. When I started planning this course and started coming through, I found myself going on and on with all the classes that we could offer, and actually each individual class that I will be offering could be a whole class series in itself. So I was really hesitating about coming on and making this video because I will be sharing it, obviously. There's a lot of, what I've found is that along the way of kind of getting to know who you are and getting to know your soul and kind of speaking your truth, there's a lot of kind of confronting fears and anxieties that you have. And one of them is obviously, for me, going to be speaking my truth and revealing kind of myself and my inner self, and it's a very different kind of person than what I've been putting out into the world up until this point. So on the way here, I was getting lots of signs, and among them were a bunch of feathers. I actually didn't pick up all of them, so I took that as a good sign. Plus all of the kind of thoughts that were running through my head was all about how so blessed and honored I feel to be teaching this class to whoever feels called to come. So Divine Feminine, I'm going to be only teaching 4 classes in the series, but I think that's a really good start, and they're really kind of core attributes, core ways the Divine Feminine is expressed in this world, I think, and through all of us, each of us, men, women, no gender specified. The first class is actually going to be offered tomorrow, and it's going to be on the Divine Mother. And I've been kind of thinking a lot about what I'm going to be covering and what we'll be talking about. I think it's really going to be based on, everyone has their own reason for why they're going to be called to this class and why this class speaks to them. They feel now at this point in their life that they kind of want to explore this a little bit more. So for me, I think Mother Mary is going to be kind of the key figure that comes through in this class. And I've been kind of maybe working with that energy for a while now, several weeks. Woke up this weekend, and one of the teachers that I watch on YouTube, who does astrology and is an intuitive, she talked about how this weekend was all about the Divine Feminine with the new moon today. And then I woke up this morning, and another teacher that I have taken some angel workshops with was did a little video about her new Mother Mary spray. And so I took that as more good signs of what this class is meant to be. I think it's going to be a lot about unconditional love, mostly unconditional love for ourselves. So the mother energy, nurturing others, but also nurturing ourselves. So the week after that, we'll be doing a class on the Divine Feminine energy with the betrothed. So that'll be Mary Magdalene. Interesting that a bunch of moms with strollers are walking by as I talk about Mother Mary. Mary Magdalene, the betrothed. So it'll be a lot about self-image, self-love when it comes to our own bodies, our own sexuality, us partnering with others. The third week is going to be about the Queen, the divine feminine energy with the Queen. So I see this as the leadership, how the Divine Feminine comes out as leadership in each one of us, in the world, the role it has to play in the world that we are kind of moving into, the world that we wish to see. And it can be, yes, the living out of our own empowerment, the divine feminine power, what it is, what we offer, but also in the healing. So I see the healer as the role of one of the leaders for the divine feminine. So we'll be talking about that, and kind of maybe touching on some of the leaders that we have right now that speak so strongly to that feminine energy, like Gabby Bernstein and Brene Brown, who talk about being vulnerable as a power, and how being vulnerable enables us to heal and also to connect us with others, and that's a very divine feminine energy. And then in the last week, I see us talking about the goddess energy, which I have to say for me is kind of the one I'm least familiar with, but I also think it's also maybe the one that we all are a little less familiar with, because it kind of is an unconscious connection that we have with the world around us and the energy world around us. And so we'll be talking about Gaia, Isis, and maybe a few other divine feminine goddess energies that come through. But that one is really kind of going to be, I kind of think, guided by intuition and kind of just what comes through. But I think it's a really important connection that we need to foster. And so each class is going to be about us talking through kind of what these different divine feminine type of energies are, how we see them, and kind of not confronting, but looking at more closely those areas and each of those attributes where we find resistance, or we find negative emotions, anger, frustration, anxiety, fear. And it's going to be a very personal, inner kind of journey that we'll take as well during the class, where I offer the opportunity through various questions or topics that come up for you to kind of look at those areas, maybe choose one or two that you would like to kind of address for whatever reasons. Maybe it's something that's coming up for you now, or it's something that you've had repeatedly throughout your life come up for you. We'll do some reflection, some sharing if you feel up to it, but it's not necessary. There's going to be time for just you to kind of work on these things as well. We'll be doing a guided meditation with that divine energy that we're working with that day. And then we'll, kind of pull some cards, or do some crystals, or we'll integrate whatever kind of feels right at the time. And you'll also go home with channeled writings that I have. Mother Mary has come through several times, and each time it's been about love and unconditional love, which I found really interesting, but we'll go with it. So I'll also have that for you to take if you want to read through it. It'll be yours, as well as some questions for further journaling and further work. So it's going to be, I think, a really powerful class. It's going to be a jumpstart for some, a next step for others on their spiritual journey. And I'm just very excited and looking forward to tomorrow, to see what comes along, to see the energy that we can build together, and to support one another. So if you have any questions, I will put the link to the event with this video. And I will also give you my email, so you can email me questions. The class will be, the first one on Mother Mary is going to be tomorrow night at Faith and Angels here in Berlin, not far from where I'm sitting right now. It's going to be from 6:30 to 8:30. So if you're interested, I would love to have you come. There's only room for about 15 people, so if you're interested, do reach out to me and let me know so that I can save you a spot. All right, thanks everyone. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.